Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. This holy book, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, has successfully shown the right path to people for centuries by imparting the knowledge of the true meaning of life, its purpose, and karma. Whatever you seek in life or whatever you already have, the key lies in properly understanding the 30 teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. By doing so, all your desires will be fulfilled, your difficulties will become easier, and your sorrows will vanish. Today, we present these 30 essential thoughts shared by Lord Shri Krishna for you. This knowledge is intended to help you overcome all present and future challenges. The wisdom of the Gita is like nectar, rejuvenating the mind and spirit of a person. I guarantee that whoever listens carefully to these teachings until the end of this video will find solutions to their problems and achieve everything they desire. Therefore, do not miss a single idea in this video. Listen till the very end. Let us begin. The first teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is to avoid those who speak too sweetly. Be cautious of individuals who excessively praise you, as this is often done when they want something from you. Praise is not given freely. It often comes with an expectation. Therefore, you must remain vigilant when confronted with too much flattery. The second teaching is, do not trust everything you see with your eyes. You may have heard stories where even what is visible is not true. Therefore, do not rush to trust without deeper understanding. The third teaching of the Gita states that the mind of a person who works with little hope will never remain calm or satisfied, as their desires keep growing. When one works with a desire for results and receives less than expected, disappointment and sorrow follow. Lord Shri Krishna advises surrendering to God, having faith, and performing actions selflessly without desiring rewards. By doing so, your life will be filled with peace and contentment. You will find that sorrow will not touch you, and ultimately, you will attain salvation. The infinite desires that arise continually enslave the senses. When we gossip about others, we unknowingly share in their pain and suffering. Having negative feelings towards others, harboring jealousy, or speaking ill of those who neglect their duties will prevent one from attaining salvation. As Krishna says, good deeds bring rewards, while bad deeds bring consequences. He perceives the results of all events, past, present, and future. So, let go of your worries about the outcomes and focus on doing your duty, ensuring your actions are righteous. The fourth teaching advises against relying on others for support. Seeking external support weakens your mind and destroys your self-faith. Those who think others will support them during tough times often find themselves lonely and disillusioned. Instead, make God your support, and you will see that, in times of difficulty, help will come from unexpected sources. The fifth teaching emphasizes the destructive nature of anger. An angry person alienates others and loses their relationships. One who cannot control their anger cannot control any aspect of their life. The sixth teaching highlights that if you trust in God and remember Him from the heart, He will surely come to your aid in some form. The effectiveness of your prayers depends on your faith and belief in Him. Do not perform good deeds with the expectation of gaining favor or recognition. Otherwise, such actions become meaningless and the praise received loses its value. Never be proud of the help you provide, as it is ultimately God who acts through you. You are merely a medium. Anger is futile. If you react in anger, it reflects a lack of trust in the divine law of karma. Avoid giving birth to doubts, as they create misconceptions that steal away the joy and clarity in life. If someone wrongs you, trust that karma and time will take care of it. Instead of seeking to do a favor, practice charity, and rather than worrying, focus on keeping your mind under control. The mind can become your greatest enemy if left unchecked, leading you to engage in harmful actions. Knowledge should always be superior to intellect, so continuously seek knowledge and share it to help manage the lives of others. Do not help the same person repeatedly. Allow them to become capable in their own right. A person who works with the expectation of results remains confined to the task, and the true potential of human beings is not innate. It is shaped through effort. The world recognizes greatness through action, and people will appear as you perceive them. Eradicate the concepts of mine and yours, and notions of superiority and inferiority from your mind. When you do, you will see that everything belongs to you, and you belong to everyone. Only a person who works selflessly, without desiring the fruits of their labor, can lead a truly happy and fulfilling life. No sorrow can disturb you as long as you keep your senses under control. Peace is achieved when one transcends the desires of I, mine, and I did it, and can calmly place oneself anywhere. Excessive attachment to others, whether to animals or humans, inevitably leads to misery. True satisfaction is found in those who are content with the least and seek nothing more. They have no desires or expectations. The seventh teaching of the Gita is to maintain a calm mind. A restless mind brings nothing but sorrow, whereas a peaceful mind nurtures love and happiness. Both sorrow and happiness are consequences of the mind's state. A disturbed mind breeds sorrow, while a calm mind cultivates bliss. The eighth teaching warns against excessive attachment. Duryodhana's father, Dhritarashtra, was excessively attached to the throne, which led to his downfall. His attachment caused not only his own destruction, but also the ruin of an entire nation and the death of countless individuals. Similarly, when you become overly attached to something or someone, it may lead to disappointment or spoil your life, even if you eventually attain that object of attachment. Only spiritual knowledge can bring lasting peace. The more you focus on others' opinions, the less you trust in yourself. Instead, believe in your own strength, choose your own path, and move forward. Life is unpredictable, and time is limited. Do not waste it. Rather than dwelling on past misfortunes, learn from them, improve your present, and create a better future. Why worry? Do your work, trust in God, and leave the rest to Him. What will happen and what will not is only in His hands. The more effort you put into your work, the easier your path to spiritual fulfillment will be. Surrender yourself to God, perform good deeds, and guide others toward the right path. A wise person does not seek sensual pleasures. Whatever has happened is for the best, whatever is happening is for the best, and whatever will happen will also be for the best. Reading the Vedas and Puranas is of little use unless their teachings are implemented in daily life. Ravana, though intelligent, lacked wisdom. His ignorance led him to anger, lust, and arrogance, which ultimately caused his downfall. True knowledge is universal and should be used for the welfare of society. Knowledge that remains confined to one person is of no value. Why worry unnecessarily? Why fear? No one can harm your soul, for the soul is neither born nor can it be destroyed. This is the ultimate truth. A person's actions either bring them closer to God or distance them from Him. Always perform good deeds during your time on earth. When sin, ego, and wrongdoing reach their peak, God incarnates to destroy them and restore Dharma. Charity given to a needy person without hesitation and considering it your duty is considered sattvic charity and reflects a mind that has conquered selfishness. Such a person has already attained peace and is at one with God. Happiness, sorrow, heat, cold, honor, and insult do not disturb the mind of one who has conquered desire. A learned person grieves neither for the living nor for the dead. While living in the family and society, we carry out our duties with full devotion and honesty. Following one's religion is a great penance. The 10th teaching of the Gita emphasizes that man has become his own enemy. Whether in business, relationships, or any other field, man often harms his fellow man. The scriptures predict that in the age of Kali Yuga, man will devour man. We see this today. People destroy each other's businesses, take each other's jobs, and ruin each other's lives. Instead of supporting one another, people often make others more miserable. Humanity is increasingly absent from human interactions as selfishness prevails. An incident illustrates this lack of humanity. A beggar, thirsty and dying, asked a rich merchant for a glass of water. The merchant, however, responded coldly, saying that there was no man present to help him. Later, the beggar pleaded again, but the merchant still refused, stating that once a man appeared, he could have his water. The beggar, in his desperation, asked the merchant to become a man himself for just a moment. This story reflects the selfishness in the world today. People are no longer ready to act as human beings, focused only on their own gain. The 11th teaching of the Gita warns against making yourself dependent on anyone. As long as you are not dependent on others, no one can hurt or take advantage of you. The moment you become dependent on someone, you become their slave. Those who rely on servants, family, or others begin to tolerate poor treatment because they feel they have no other option. However, when others see that you are self-sufficient and independent, they will treat you with respect. If you are in a situation where you tolerate mistreatment from your boss even when they are wrong, it is clear that you are dependent on them and they will take full advantage of this. Similarly, if you are dependent on someone in your family, living with them 24/7 and unable to leave, they will take control of you and keep you under their authority. People often enjoy having someone weaker than them under their control. You might try to be kind to others and do things that make them happy, but such individuals will keep a hold on you. If you have talent, they will attempt to clip your wings and prevent you from advancing in life. Being needy of someone is worse than dying. The needy are turned into slaves. Have you ever noticed how your life becomes miserable because of those you depend on? All your sorrows stem from those to whom you are emotionally dependent. The greatest need is not of the body or work, but of the mind, our need for someone to care for us emotionally, without which we cannot be happy. Many times we connect with people who take full advantage of this mental need and emotional vulnerability, leaving us in sorrow and making our lives unbearable. Remember this: apart from your parents, no one in this world was born for you to be dependent upon without taking advantage of you. So, never make yourself dependent on anyone. The 12th teaching of the Gita is that a person who does not try again after failure, due to fear, can never achieve great success. Anger leads to confusion, and confusion makes the mind restless. When the mind becomes restless, logic is destroyed, and without logic, a person's mind falters. Great success is attained through 5 keys: positive thinking, concentration, true dedication, determination, and continuous effort. It is pointless to expect salvation without performing fair and selfless work. When a person becomes subservient to their senses, bad habits like lust, laziness, and greed can take over the mind. To achieve a goal, it is essential to be fully dedicated to the task at hand. For this, remove the greed for money from your mind and focus solely on your work. Shri Krishna says, "O Arjun, you have the right to perform your work, but not the fruits that come from it. When you do your work with no expectation of results, then only will you be worthy of receiving the outcome." Anger clouds your thinking and makes it difficult to make the right decisions. If you do work with the desire for results, that work will never be completed as expected. The best way to overcome bad habits is to cultivate good thoughts and practice positive thinking. The human mind is changeable and is influenced by the people and environment around us. Our thoughts and habits are shaped by our interactions. A person who does good deeds and considers them a reward receives far more than expected. To make your dreams a reality, start by becoming imaginative. The 13th teaching of the Gita emphasizes that in any relationship, if dignity is lost, destruction follows. Whether someone is older or younger than you, if they cross boundaries in a relationship, it will not last. Relationships thrive when both people respect each other, appreciate one another, and never violate their limits. Relationships without limits and mutual respect are destined to end, sooner or later. The 14th teaching echoes this, stating that a relationship founded on disregard for boundaries will only lead to destruction. Respect and appreciation for one another are essential for any lasting relationship. The 15th teaching advises staying away from people who show affection to your face but harm you behind your back. Chanakya compared such people to someone whose mouth is filled with nectar but whose heart is full of poison. What you believe to be nectar is actually poison, and such people should be discarded, just like poison. The 16th teaching of the Gita reminds us not to express our happiness or sorrow in front of everyone. People often cast an envious eye on your happiness and mock you when you are in distress. Many people are not happy with your happiness. They are often jealous. Don't expose every tear or wound to everyone, as there are those who will add salt to your wounds and harm those who are already happy. Keep your emotional state to yourself and confide only in those who can truly understand and offer support. The 17th teaching stresses that, at times in life, to begin anew, the old must be completely erased. When Kunti asked Shri Krishna why he caused such a great war, he replied that unrighteousness had become widespread, and in order to establish a new era, the old had to be destroyed. When a palace becomes dilapidated, it is demolished and rebuilt. Similarly, to bring something new into your life, you must first clear away the old. The 18th teaching of the Gita reminds us that whenever you feel alone in life, remember that you came into this world alone, and you will leave alone. In reality, no one is truly yours. Even the parents who give birth to you will one day leave you. So, do not expect too much from others. If someone leaves you, remember that God is always with you. He never abandons you. As Shri Krishna said to Arjun, "Whether a person believes in me or not, I never leave the side of any human because they are all my children." Humans are considered a part of God, which is why man is referred to as the child of God. That is why you should never feel sad about loneliness or fear it. Instead, never allow yourself to feel lonely due to the wrong people. One should be afraid of living with the wrong company. There is a saying that something is better than nothing, but there is another saying, nothing is better than nonsense. It is better to live alone than to be surrounded by nonsense people. This advice from the Gita is crucial for anyone who feels sad about being alone. Stop fearing loneliness and being saddened by it, because in reality, no one truly belongs to anyone. The 19th teaching of the Gita is that many times in life, we must make a new beginning. To do this, the old must be completely destroyed. Kunti once asked Shri Krishna, "O Krishna, why did you cause such a great war?" Shri Krishna replied that sin had increased to such an extent that it was necessary to destroy the old in order to bring in a new era. When a palace becomes ruined and aged, it is demolished and rebuilt. Similarly, to create something new in your life, you must erase the old completely. The 20th teaching is that one should never be proud of their wealth, position, or strength. Duryodhan was very proud of his powerful allies like Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, and Karna, believing he would easily crush the Pandavas. He was proud of his wealth, position, and power, but that very pride led to his downfall. Those who humiliate and hurt others due to their wealth or power will one day face the consequences of their actions. Therefore, no matter how successful or powerful you become, never let pride take root. The 21st teaching of the Gita tells Arjuna that death is an inevitable truth of life. It can be postponed, but cannot be avoided. This body is like a rented house where we are guests for a while. The body is mortal, but the soul is immortal. What is meant to happen will happen. Worrying about it only adds to the burden. Everyone born must die, and those who die must be reborn. So, do not grieve over what is inevitable. A life built on false beliefs is a great misunderstanding. We must never impose our personal views on others. Lust, anger, and greed are the 3 gates to hell. Without salvation, one cannot escape the cycle of birth and death. Just as fire tests gold, adversity tests people. A person's greatest and first enemy or friend is their own mind. Excessive desires disrupt peace, and without effort, good results cannot be achieved. If you follow the path of Dharma, do so fearlessly, without concern for the outcome. The 22nd teaching advises that you should never go to a place where there is no love or respect for you. Before the Mahabharata war, Shri Krishna went to Hastinapur with a peace proposal from the Pandavas. Shakuni advised Duryodhan to treat Krishna well, believing that Krishna's presence meant the Pandavas were defeated. Duryodhan invited Krishna to his house, but Krishna replied, "Duryodhan, one should only accept hospitality from someone who loves them. I will not come to your house because you do not love me, and I have no need for your selfish hospitality." This teaches us that we should only stay with people who value, respect, and love us. Avoid those who do not have genuine love or respect for you. The Gita also teaches that one should never share knowledge with foolish or evil people, as it harms their ego and causes them to bear animosity towards you. In time, they may even try to harm you. Life is precious, and we should never waste it. Strive to live in a way that serves as an inspiration for future generations. Shri Krishna says to Arjuna, "The person who understands the value of life can determine its purpose and set significant goals. Be the best version of yourself, and the world will one day recognize your worth. Life is neither in the future nor the past. It is in the present moment. Live each moment fully." Shri Krishna further tells Arjuna, "There is a difference between you and me. I have taken many births and remember them all, but you do not." Making yourself worthy of life is the true path to success and happiness. God provides numerous opportunities for us to improve our lives, but many people, under the control of their senses, fail to take advantage of them. Never miss the chance to do good deeds. Do your work. Only the person who works without any desire for the result can make his life successful. No matter how many good deeds you perform throughout your life, you will still face the consequences of your bad actions. Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, "O Arjuna, a true yogi performs his work with full devotion, considering it as his duty, without desiring the fruits of his actions. The one who neither desires the fruits of his actions nor despises them is known as a sannyasi." Any position in life can be achieved when a person moves forward with control over their mind and self-belief. Weakness may be granted by God, but dignity is built by a person's mind. The 24th teaching of the Gita is that no matter how good you are, if you associate with bad people, you will end up with the same fate as they do. Bhishma Pitama was a celibate and a religious man, but he supported unrighteousness. Dronakarya too was a Brahmin but sided with unrighteousness, and in the end, they both faced the same consequences as those who follow unrighteous paths. Therefore, never keep bad company, as you may have to face the consequences of their actions. You may wonder why you are suffering when you haven't done anything wrong, but simply by staying in the company of bad people, you may invite their misfortune into your own life. The company of bad people will never bring happiness, so always strive to be in the company of good people. This is the 25th teaching of the Gita. The Gita also warns that the one who deceives others will meet a bad end. Shakuni and Duryodhan constantly deceived the Pandavas throughout their lives, and in the end, Duryodhan faced the same fate as his deceitful actions. Every major warrior in his army was killed through deceit, and even Duryodhan's own death came through deception. A person who considers himself clever by cheating others will one day be cheated as well. Karma remembers everyone's actions, and we all face the consequences of our deeds. The 26th teaching of the Gita emphasizes that when you face difficulties in life, do not lose courage. Instead, keep trying and remain patient. Those who control themselves and maintain patience during tough times can easily overcome any difficulty. A king once approached his guru and asked for advice on how to handle difficult times in life. The guru gave him an amulet with a mantra written inside, telling him that whenever the king faced the worst of times, he should read the mantra, which would fill him with strength. Later, when the king's kingdom was attacked, he opened the amulet and read the mantra, which said, "This too shall pass." Upon reading this, the king felt empowered and gathered his army to reclaim his kingdom. This story teaches us that no matter how tough the situation, it will pass. Difficult times do not last forever, and with patience, you will overcome them. The 27th teaching of the Gita warns against being too good in today's world, as it can lead to exploitation and suffering. The Pandavas, despite always following the path of Dharma and doing what was right, faced great pain, losing their kingdom, being humiliated in public, and having to beg for food. What was the reason? They were too good, and in today's world, this can cause even more harm. People often exploit those who are too kind. The better you treat others, the more they may try to take advantage of you. Therefore, while you should remain good in your own eyes, don't try to please the world. Be mindful of the balance between kindness and self-preservation. The 28th advice of the Gita is that you should forget your past. If you live in regret and sorrow over the past, you will never be able to enjoy the present. Wise people never grieve over the past. No matter how tomorrow may unfold, it should not affect your today. Whatever happens to you, learn a lesson from it and understand that you will not allow it to happen again in the future. Move forward in life. Many times people remain stuck in their grief, constantly crying, saying, "That person wronged me so much, that is why I am so sad in life today." They curse others, blaming them for the sadness and misfortune in their lives. But as long as you continue to curse them, you will never find happiness. You will not be able to move on or move forward. What happened in the past and how others treated you cannot be changed. However, you do have the power to change your present. If you want to rid yourself of future sorrows, start living fully in today, not in tomorrow. There is no person who can truly be happy while living in the future. Only a person who lives in the present moment can experience true happiness. A person who lives in tomorrow is always in pain, burdened with regret and worry. Living for the future will steal all the happiness from your life. So, let go of your past as much as possible and begin living in the present moment. The 28th teaching of the Gita is that our closest relatives are often the ones most jealous of our success. Outsiders may not care much about your life, but relatives, those closest to you, observe it closely. They may tell you to move forward, succeed, and be happy. But when you share your success with them, they may not be happy at all. Sometimes the entire world praises your work, but within your own home, you may not receive the same recognition. The Mahabharata war was not fought between strangers. It was a battle between brothers. Duryodhan was constantly jealous of the Pandavas' happiness. Whenever the Pandavas succeeded in anything, Duryodhan could not tolerate it and tried to bring them down. This jealousy among brothers ultimately led to the Great War, where countless lives were lost. What does it matter to outsiders how you live your life? But it is your relatives, those close to you, who may become the most toxic influences. Those who can tolerate your happiness are the most dangerous because they act sweet on the surface, saying nice things, but deep down, they are not happy with you. So, before considering anyone truly close, make sure they are genuinely supportive of you, not just pretending. The 29th teaching of the Gita advises that you should never forgive someone who repeatedly hurts you. Yudhishthira repeatedly forgave Duryodhan, and the consequences were sorrowful for him. If someone makes a mistake once, forgiving them is acceptable. But if they repeatedly harm you, forgiving them only harms you further. Such people do not see forgiveness as a lesson, but as an opportunity to continue their harmful behavior. There is a vast difference between being forgiving and being foolish. Even if you forgive, be cautious with that person. Repeatedly trusting someone who has already hurt you is like putting mud in your mouth. If someone has cheated you and caused you pain, do not trust them again, even by mistake. Forgive only to the extent that you do not appear naive. Learn from those who deceive you, as their true nature will eventually be revealed, especially when you face difficulties. Therefore, do not easily trust anyone and never expect too much from others, for doing so can lead to heartbreak. People in this world are rarely loyal or permanent. Dedicate your heart to God, and you will find that no one can truly hurt you. In the Gita's 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga, Shri Krishna says to Arjuna, "Concentrate your mind, intellect, and heart solely on me, and you will find that no one can harm you. In this world, the one you love most will cause you the greatest pain, because there is little value for the heart or feelings here. What people value most is their selfish interests. As long as they need something from you, they will behave well, but once their purpose is fulfilled, Their attitude towards you changes. Therefore, when you meet someone new, do not trust them too easily. They may be pretending to be something they are not, attempting to deceive you. It is up to you whether you fall for it or use your understanding. The 30th teaching of the Gita is that future sorrows cannot be avoided by fear. Fear only amplifies worries and takes away the happiness of your mind. Who do you fear? Who can truly harm you? You are not your body. The body is merely a vessel. The purpose of life is to demonstrate your deeds. You are a soul, immortal and eternal. Over the ages you have taken many bodies, and now you have this human body. The purpose of life is to perform good deeds and charity. A person who remembers God with unwavering devotion will certainly find Him. If someone denies God's existence, it makes no difference to him. What matters is that the person is pure at heart, noble in actions, honest and kind. God values devotion, and anyone who offers Him love and devotion in the form of flowers, fruits, water, or leaves is accepted by Him. Acts of charity, selfless service, impartial decisions, and duty are all ways of worshipping God. Such people are very dear to Him. Love only those who are worthy of your love, and distance yourself from those who do not value your feelings. In today's world, many people say that love causes pain. In truth, love is not the source of pain. Rather, it is the love for someone who does not value your affection that leads to hurt. So, love only those who appreciate you and where your love is reciprocated. If you have learned any wisdom from these teachings of Lord Shri Krishna, please write Jai Shri Radhe Krishna in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to our Krishna Vani Gyan channel. Share this video with your loved ones so they too can learn from the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. May Lord Shri Krishna's blessings be upon all of us. Until next time, take care of yourself. Thank you. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.